always put off, we can't do it, we can't do it. What do you mean you can't do it?
Just do
and
it.
I remembered scripture.
I told you.
The man, the Enoch, I forget, in the Bible.
What hinders me from being
What's
baptized?
stopping me? And
Yeah.
he jumped in, and I think that water was stagnant and dirty. It didn't matter to me.
That's like the waters of Jordan.
Right.
Yeah.
If it doesn't matter. It can be a sewage tank I was
doesn't
jumping
matter,
in.
doesn't matter.
It was just a symbolic. More than a symbolic, I had to tell the Lord, no, I'm a follower.
So as a result of that, I told Lizzie Miller, I'll publish my book.
Listen to me, I remember she's the one of the editors. From the Southampton newspaper.
I had, meanwhile, been writing this book, right, and I didn't have the ending. In fact, the book was initially, the title I thought, Jacob have I loved, Esau have I hated.
It's like the book of Acts. It ended on chapter 28.
Yeah.
And I believe 29...
It was opened again.
We're the ones opening it.
We're 29, Acts 29. Living Testament. Right.
Okay, so you came to the Philippines and you decided to come with your dear friend, or shall we say
Gordon.
our friend.
Yeah, Gordon.
Gordon Smith.
Who assisted me.
I've known him for 40 years. And when I used to know him, he was an old man, in my eyes.
He wasn't really.
In my eyes, he was an old man. But when he came, and he was always a Christian, he was preaching, and he had his own funny way. But I wasn't a Christian, but he was a good engineer.
He in fact was praying for me the night of my conversion at Mrs. Knight's home.
Ah. Okay. Anyway, when Gordon Smith, when I was informed by you that Gordon would like to accompany you to the Philippines, wonderful, wonderful.
In fact,
but when I saw him, I didn't believe it was Gordon.
No.
He looked a lot younger.
Yeah.
And he was jolly.
Yeah.
And he was...
Because he's a pastor, a mission
and then he
worker,
told me
teacher.
all about his wife, and he's found a lovely wife, and his house clean, which I can't believe. Anyway, he had a lovely mission last year. We had a few problems, teething problems. But while you was here, David, I think we decided, and well, you saw there was a problem. The problem was that Pastor Lucas, you felt that you needed to go.
Well, not quite right. No, what happened was Pastor Lucas invited me, and Pastor Kim, Reverend Kim from Korea, right, was a missionary here, had in fact invited me to preach in various places. Angeles City Jail, along City Jail, cities of Cavite, in Curzon City. We went around churches preaching and teaching the gospel.
Okay.
Right, now, the fact is, when we came to this prison, right, Gordon and I were overwhelmed with the amount of Christian work that was going on. There were hardened, notorious criminals being converted to Christ.
Yeah.
I've never seen it before, like it anywhere where I've been.
And when you found out that
Pastor Lucas,
Reverend Lucas P. Dangatan Jr. was an ex-prisoner.
yeah,
Here
1985,
in 95, and he, with no money,
yeah.
decided to found a
To set
theological
up this,
centre
this place here, yeah.
on the doctrines of Christ,
Great, yeah.
not of man.
Of Christ, yeah.
That
Yeah.
which inspired me.
Yeah.
I'll tell you something, David. For 3 years, I devoured every book in this prison, paperback. When I come to finding no more books, I asked Pastor Lucas if I could digest his library.
Yeah.
He said, Michael, this library is yours.
Yeah.
And I digested it. And I couldn't follow their teachers because it was all Taglish, that's 50-50.
Yeah.
So I used to have time with Pastor Andy and Pastor Lucas. Pastor Andy is
one of our head teachers, isn't he?
He's a head teacher and associate pastor. He's been here for 20 years. So I did my own study. And then I realised that the teachings were 99% sound. I'm saying 99% because I disagree on some
issues, yeah.
Total faith.
Yeah.
And some of the books, unfortunately, the Filipinos, bless their heart, they read English, they understand it, but sometimes they cannot comprehend. Most of the books that have been written are in English. I'm fortunate I've been blessed with an education. I can read it. So when I've been expounding these books, I was open.
Yeah.
Then I realised that the true doctrines are the true.
Can we talk about that in a minute, Michael? You're preaching.
You certainly can.
Yeah, let's get back to the mission we're talking about. Right? Look, when we came here, I saw this great work, and I think I was since moved at the same time as you, and I said to you, Michael, I want to invite these men to write their testimonies in a book. And you announced and requested and commissioned them, you asked them. At the same time as he came to me, you spoke the word. So what did you tell them? You asked.
Well, actually I said, we've had a meeting.
We preached to hundreds here.
And I said,
we went to church compound, churches here, and there were hundreds of criminals.
What happened was, we had a little meeting, as we always do, morning or afternoon, and we said, we're going to write a book. In other words, it's a follow-on for Converting Honesty David's. This is going to be a joint effort between myself and David. David is the author, because I realise that if I'm connected by being a Christian, it won't carry so much weight. However, I announced, I was giving some words of encouragement, and I announced that we have decided to write the first of a series of books. And David came up with the name Trojan Horse. Trojan Horse. But